On the way down the ramp, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to meet our 8 entries showing tonight for the title. Here is champion Attaché's Crown Royal, Melinda Moore for Annika Bruggerworth from Bays Landing, New Jersey. Top prize money offered here tonight. And again, a wall decorated with the images of our stars past for Earn the Right to have their name appear on the wall for 2013. We welcome Honey Badger with Matt Shiflett, Christina and Andrea Athanasius of Muscle Shows, Alabama. Let's welcome, coming down the ramp now, the third of our 8 competitors. We welcome Melissa Moore. It's Double O Deuce on the way to the arena for the SGF Winning Ways Farm Limited of Tomball, Texas. Mark Charm making their way now to center stage here in our eating program. 8 competitors will be a part of our final chapter in Saturday night. Here they are, Lionel Ferreira with Mark Charm for River Dreams of Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Introducing Calorama's Ultimate Choice, Larry Hodge for Joan Hamilton of Springfield. On their way down to center stage here tonight, let's welcome Fort Chiswell's Royal Kiss and Elizabeth Goff from Lebanon. Thomas Thorpe teamed up with Wicked in a winning way from the BRK Equestrian of Homer Glen, Illinois, as they make their way in. And about to round out our field of 8, trotting down the ramp to Freedom Hall to compete in the green shavings tonight. Stuff that dreams are made of on Saturday. Here is champion Callaway's Annabel, Allison, Debbie Foley for the Silverbrook Stables Incorporated of Louisville. Kim Crumpler is the call judge. And ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy and make a lot of noise. We're underway at the Trot Plays. Showing at the Trots. Back to the walk, please. All walk, please. Down to the walk. And now slow gate, please. Set them up and slow gate your horses. And now rack on and let them rack. Come on, you're awful quiet here tonight. Who's it going to be out here? Back to the walk. Thank you, riders. Back to the walk, please. Back to the walk. And now on to the rail and the canter. Finish up the first way, all at the canter, please. $100,000 purse offered. Beautiful trophies are part of our grand finale of our 2013 World's Championship. Down to the walk, please. All walk, please. Down to the walk. On the reverse, we call for the reverse now and show the second way at the trot, please. Thanks again to the Goodman and Manilow families of Chicago. Come on, you can make a difference out here as they head for home. down to the walk, please. Riders, back to the walk. Back to the walk now, please. And now slow gate, please. Rock them back and slow gate your horses. And now rack on and let them rack. They'd love to hear from you. Showing at the rack here tonight. All walk, please. Settle down to the walk now, please. Thank you. Back to the walk, please. Back to the walk. And we finish up with a canter, please. All to the canter, please. Down to the walk, please. All walk. And let's get come in and line up at the upper end of the arena. Hope that you've been enjoying sports legendary clash, the symbol of saddlebred supremacy here on Saturday night. Lining up at the upper end. Lining up at the upper end, please. And we'll call for the attendants in and saddles off. Attendants in, please. Our $100,000 five-gated World's Grand Championship presented by the Goodman and Manilow families of Chicago. Thanking them for their continued support. Coming out of our lineup now for the confirmation viewing. Leading us off now, Honey Badger by Christina and Andrea Thanasilius from Muscle Shows, Alabama. Sired by Sia, first night out of Worthy's Even Then. We introduce the next of our contenders, champion Callaway's Annabel, Allison, from the Silverbrook Stables Incorporated. Sired by champion Caramac out of the dam Callaway's Love Lucy. Next in front of our viewing party, we have Fort Chiswell's Royal Kiss, owned by Elizabeth Goff. Sired by Callaway's Northern Kiss out of Royal Memories, number 813. Introducing champion Anna Shea's Crown Royal by Annika Bregerworth from Mays Landing, New Jersey. Sired by Anna Shea's Thunderbolt out of Crown Point's Chardonnay. On their way up now for our confirmation consideration, Calorama's Ultimate Choice. Joan Hamilton owned entry as Springfield. Sired by Redwoods, the General Choice out of Grade 4 Captivation, number 1757. Introducing Wicked in a Winning Wave on the BRK Equestrian, Homer Glen, Illinois. Sired by Deep Blue out of Magpie, number 288. Next up, we introduce its Double O Deuce, owned by the SGF Winning Ways Farm Limited of Tomball, Texas. Sired by its Hammer Time out of VHF York's Spillway. And we introduce, rounding out our field of 8, Markup Charm, River Dreams, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Sired by Santana's Charm out of Pretty Ribbons.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the competitors, the horses are being resaddled and in position out of the upper end of our arena. We'd like to direct our attention to the center of our arena. And we are very honored and privileged to have a very special guest joining us here tonight. And we'd like for you to welcome the Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, of this great state, on this great night. For a few words, Governor Beshear.
Thank you. Jane and I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Commonwealth of Kentucky for this World Champion Horse Show, the 110th rendition of the World Champion Horse Show. And why is it the World Championships? Ladies and gentlemen, this week we have had over $200 million worth of horses on these grounds. $1.2 million in prize money for this championship horse show. We love to call ourselves the horse capital of the world, and it's because for those of you out of state, you must understand the love of horses courses through the veins of every Kentuckian. We love our horses, and we love to show our horses, and we're so glad that you are here not only to watch these horses, but to spend your money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Governor, and the First Lady joining us here tonight. Very well put. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll again, our judges conferring and standing by.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to ask you, you want to see just a little bit more? We know you did. We would like to ask the following four to head back out on the rail. These four, 8:13, 12:14, 17:57, and 18:10. Those four back on the rail, please. To your left, 8:13, 12:14, 17:57, 18:10. Time for all of you to come alive, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, showing for the title at the trot, please. Back to the walk, please. Thank you, riders. Back to the walk. Back to the walk, please. And now, slow gate, please. Set them up and slow gate your horses. And now rack on and let them rack. Come on, who's it going to be here tonight? Back to the walk. Thank you, riders. Back to the walk, please. Back to the walk, please. All walk, please. We ask you to reverse. On the reverse now, we head for home and showing on the rail and a trot, please. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's take them on home here tonight. They're working hard. Back to the walk, please. Settle down to the walk now. Back to the walk, please. Back to the walk. And now slow gate, please. Rock them back and slow gate your horses. And now rack on and let them rack. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Who's it going to be out here? Back to the walk, please. Thank you. Thank you, riders. Back to the walk. And we'd like those four to line up with Mr. Whitley over on the side here, please, with our ringmasters. The workout is complete. Come right in, please. We'll line up along the side with our ringmasters, please. Come right in, please. Line right up. Saddlebred's title game complete. Judges marking their cards. We'll stand by for the awards coming up. So we are again retiring down to the far end of the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the stars of Saturday night. Let's give them all a well-deserved show of appreciation. Another great gated championship. Our thanks again to the support of the Goodman and Manilow families of Chicago, honoring the $100,000 five-gated World Championship. Special trophies that are offered include the Oak Hill Farm Dixiana Perpetual Trophy, donated by Mrs. Jean McLean Davis of Harrodsburg and Mr. and Mrs. Charles T. Fisher of Lexington in memory of T. Ross Long. The Earl Teeter Perpetual Memorial Trophy, donated by the Dodge Stables of Lexington. We have the J.W. Young Richelieu King Perpetual Breeders' Trophy, presented to the breeder, donated by J. William Young. The Reserve Champion will receive the Chris Reardon Perpetual Memorial Trophy to commemorate horseman and trainer Chris Reardon. The Surefire Perpetual Trophy is presented to the trainer and donated by the Valhalla Farm Bill and Chris Wise. A Walk of Honor tile at the American Saddlebred Museum in Lexington, presented to the trainer, donated by High Hickory Farm of Simpsonville. The caretaker of our champion received the Kohler Farms Caretaker's Trophy, donated by the Kohler Farms Jim Kohler, Marco Island, Florida. Becker Brothers LLC Rodding Suit will be awarded to the trainer of the five-gated World Championship by Becker Brothers LLC of Lexington, and a trainer's ring to be awarded to the trainer of the world's grand champion five-gated bred, donated by the American Saddlebred Horse Association of Lexington. Trophy in the class donated by Mrs. Barbara Tway Partlow of Louisville in memory of five-gated world's grand champion, Champion Plainview's Julia BHF. Our presentation here tonight, we met them earlier. We again welcome Governor Steve Beshear and First Lady Jane Beshear for the awards. We have Jane Hart Becker Hannon, Bill Becker, bred and raised Surefire. We have Sarah Wary along with Dale Becker, Maya and Barbara Manilow on behalf of our presentation and sponsorship. Rebecca Crabtree, Elizabeth Caldwell, Gabe Dectatel, and Carolyn Garrett. They're all with us at the upper end of the arena. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to present the top award this evening, and with a unanimous victory. This number appears at the top of all three cards. The five-gated World Grand Champion, Champion Callaway's Annabel, Allison, and Debbie Foley.